Yes, thank you very much for great, good, warm introduction. His Excellency, and the honorable participants, and ladies and gentlemen, it's my great pleasure and privilege to be here to speak before you. I was posted here 3 months ago, the mid of the August, and the temperature was more than 40 degrees or sometimes 50 degrees. And honestly speaking, I couldn't imagine the temperature is getting down, this kind of a very comfortable degree. And definitely today is, for me, is the most comfortable, most beautiful morning in my 3 months experience here. So that's why I'm very proud of, and I am very pleased to be here before you. Today's title I received is Innovation, or Japanese government practice of innovation. But I think that every country try to do innovation. So even though Japan is committed to being the very first country to grow through innovation, but I want to make a presentation what is behind the scene of the Japanese government innovation, or what is the foundation of Japanese innovation. That is today's title. So I put my presentation title, Japanese Management Innovation. The first thing that I think that to achieve this new era, the government of Japan is not the exception to do everything for the innovation. And I may say this is nothing special. Just before coming here, I talked with Dr. Ahmed, what is the Dubai government? And he definitely said, try to improve everything and try to think about innovation. This is exactly the same as Japanese government. So I fully share with Dr. Ahmed Shade. So to make a uniqueness, I want to explain what is behind the scene, especially in Japanese society. Yeah, first, I have to confess, the Japanese people is not good at making a boast of what is Japan, or not good at demonstrate Japan is super, or Japan is very special. Because historically, we are people to loving self-criticism. So whenever I was asked to say that what is a negative point of Japanese, or what is the demerit of the Japanese say, I can more smoothly can say. But honestly speaking, this kind of presentation, what is Japanese superiority? It's honest speaking, it's a bit difficult. The reason is very simple. We are always bear in mind to keep on improving. Every day, we look back at what we've done or what we have achieved. And such an improvement, even small thing, we have such kind of tradition to do that. The one of the background is first, Japan has no resource. And Japan is located in the disaster-prone area. That means typhoon, tsunami, earthquake, snowfall, rainfall, a lot of things. So that's why we always think about the future. And how to get the good future, we have to improve every day, even in small things. That is, I think, one of Japanese culture, Japanese beauty. And for making clearness or clarify, I just exemplify one of the words of the very famous guy, Steve Jobs. This is Macintosh, the person who invented the Apple. He's saying that, you know well, stay hungry, stay foolish. This is a very famous word he delivered in the graduate ceremony of the Stanford University in 2005. I think that this is a bit similar to what the Japanese thinking. That we always think about we are not good at any point. That's why I just exemplify this Steve Jobs word, stay hungry, stay foolish. I fully share with this kind of word. And in this sense, I want to reiterate one of the Japanese words, kaizen. Probably you have heard many times or sometimes this kind of kaizen. Simply, this is a continuously improve all function. And this improve is composed of, roughly speaking, 2 points. First is eliminate every waste. And second point is to do daily process for all to enhance the productivity. Today's presentation, I would like to focus on especially the first point, waste elimination. I think this is another like a Japanese culture or inherited Japanese culture because we have a lot of the natural disaster. We have to keep or stock everything. And that means the waste elimination is one of the most important things to prepare the next disaster or next catastrophe. So that's why we're loving toward waste elimination. And according to the famous car manufacturer Toyota, they said that Kaizen is one of the principles. This is just a copy of the Toyota Way, Section 4, Principle 12, Paragraph 8. Toyota people have to do relentlessly strive to conduct Kaizen activity. And according to the Toyota's paper, this philosophy, Kaizen, consists of the two principles. One is continuous improvement, and second is respect for people. So that means the Toyota people have to do the benefit for all. That is another thing behind the scenes, Kaizen or innovation. Probably you have known that Toyota has invented the world's first hybrid car. This is a combination of the usual petrol and electric vehicle. This is a definitely innovation. And for your reference, I would like to show you some of the Japanese innovation you have seen just around you. Not only the hybrid car, LED, I showed this car headlamp, the LED, lithium-ion battery, solar battery cell, laser printer, ATM. Everything is invented by Japanese innovation. But we have not to stop the innovation. This time, I would like to show one of the company or a few company which achieves the innovation. And this, we can see the ATM, and there is a Japanese company which has the top share of the ATM, the bank's auto teller machines, the card reader. That company name is NIDEC, NIDCE. I think that, or I fully think that you have never seen this kind of NIDEC. For me, honestly speaking, I have seen this company name in Japanese, but honestly speaking, I have never seen this word NIDEC is this company name. But this company is the top share of the many products. The first is, I think that everyone today came to here by car, and power steering. The top share company of the power steering is NIDEC. And everyone has a smartphone. And inside a smartphone, every smartphone have a vibration. That motor is made by almost all the NIDEC. So this is one of the Japanese top share company. And how this company have grown in the past. One of the strategies of the NIDEC is merge and acquisition, M&A. And since 1984, the NIDEC acquired more than 56 companies. But surprisingly, NIDEC have never do layoff for another company. This is an amazing thing. But actually, this is a principle of NIDEC. And what had been done just after the M&A, this is rather simple. After M&A, NIDEC delivered very simple 6 directives. I said, put in order, tidy up, keep clean, clean up, mind the manner, have the display. You may understand this is very simple. Just say like, keep neat around you. This is the first directive made by NIDEC. And this makes, first the acquired company use everything carefully. Because probably you may understand, if the table is very clean, you have to care about anything. And if you see the table has a lot of garbage, a lot of things, you don't care about anything. So even though this is a simple thing, the employee use everything carefully, and they value everything. And this kind of the consciousness, just the consciousness, not the action, they have changed to the imaginative, originative, and creative. And at the end of the day, they change to the higher productive team. That is a key point of the NIDEC, why they successfully acquired more than 50 companies successfully in more than 40 years. And I read the book of the founder of this NIDEC, and one of the key phrases very interesting. Why NIDEC made such simple directive, and why these directives are successful. According to the word of the founder, they said that whenever we see the human difference, especially the ability of the human difference, this is at the most 5 times, like a very powerful guy and very small kids. Probably the strength is at the most 5 times. Of course, sometimes a very genuine software computer programmer have a genuine mark, but normally the ability of the people to people or difference ability is a 5 times difference. But whenever see the consciousness, we can make up 100 times higher consciousness for everything. The lowest is don't care, nothing care. But if we try to do everything carefully, accumulation of such kind of the consciousness, we can hike up the 100 times higher consciousness. This kind of the human ability makes a success story of the NIDEC, not a special thing. So that means that more training we have, higher consciousness we can get. And we can get the success story. Now, of course, I am fully understand this slide is not innovative, not so attractive. But actually, I think this is a practice behind the scene of the Japanese innovation. And just say this is one of the the slide I want to show is what is Kaizen. Actually, this is a Japanese word, the Kai and Zen. The Kai means change, and Zen better. But if we 2 characters into one, this is a 1 + 1 equal more than 2. This means a continuous improvement, everybody, every day, everywhere. That means accumulation of the improvement, even small thing. Finally, we can get innovation. And I think that I also focus on one of the principle, waste elimination. Probably you have seen this word 3R, reduce, reuse, recycle. This is a Japanese government invention of the principle or direction for the people to anything too carefully or anything too the barrier. This word reduce, reuse, recycle means that to try to higher or heighten the efficiency through minimizing waste. And I think today's presentation, I think this is a minimizing waste might be the keyword for my presentation at this time. This is a 18th century Japanese word, the sanpo yoshi. Sanpo means three, and yoshi means good. And this is a principle of the Japanese merchant in 18th century. And this three means a benefit for these three sides of the customer, society, and the vendor at the same time. The same time is important. And first is we have a higher priority. We put a higher priority to the customer and provide the highest quality products at a good price. So that's why the customer is satisfied. And the next is to fulfill the public needs. The contribution society is one of the virtues of the merchant. And the third is satisfactory the employee. Even the employer is kind of the top people. The employer have to care about the employee. This is the third point, what the 18th century Japanese merchants say. And I think that this benefit to all spirit is still or more than arriving in Japanese society and Japanese government. The opposite side is this one. I little bit exaggerate this slide, global capitalism. But you may share with me the global capitalism is to seek the highest profit in the short term, as far as it does not breach contract, and unless it's illegal. This is one of the global world. But as I explained, the Japanese principle is a benefit for all, not only the shareholder, not only the one of the CEO. This is one of the contrast I want to explain. So that means the Japanese spirit is I may say a self-sacrifice to dedicate the benefit for people, nation, and society, not for gold and status. And if I may, I can say this virtue is very similar to your people. Even though I stayed in 3 months, but I fully felt this kind of benefit or spirit is very similar to your virtue, especially GCC people. And this morning, yes, a little bit, I have to speed up. This morning I attended one of the Japanese company skills contests. The category is service, parts, and sales. And I want to say that this kind of service, parts, sales contest is a showcase of Japanese state of art of accuracy, discipline, punctuality, and comprehension, care, and hospitality. For example, service needs accuracy and discipline, and parts and sales need the rest of the four. And this is even just simply the skills contest, but behind the contest, we need this kind of concept of the accuracy, discipline, and so on. And what this company, Hino, say, the highest quality with lowest lifetime cost. I have to explain what is Hino. You very well know the Paris-Dakar Rally, which is the most severe off-road endurance race. And this Hino has a straight 6-1 since 2011 to 2017 to this year. And whenever Hino participates in the Paris-Dakar Rally, they run whole the race. They have never retired. The straight is 26 times. So that means quality is a word of a pride of the Hino. And one of the motto of the Hino is the highest quality with lowest lifetime cost, not the actual price tag. When we see the truck, what kind of the value after 5 years, after 3 years? This is Hino's the pride. And I definitely see this second line, lowest lifetime cost is Japanese virtue. I fully understand whenever you see the electronics the shop, there are a lot of gadgets, a lot of TV, a lot of the high technology the products which are not made in Japan, and these not made in Japan's price tag is very attractive. And in the meantime, the Japanese products, the price tag is higher, which is better. If we just say the shopping, of course the cheaper one is better, reason is better. But when we think about 5 years later, what is good? I think that you have a good answer, so I don't say that. This is a Japanese principle, lowest lifetime cost. And another example, I think you have seen this BBC News, which also is covered by this GCC areas. The news is the Japanese train company apologized because the train depart 20 seconds earlier. You can see that this is the third paragraph. The company said the train had been scheduled to leave at 9 o'clock 44 minutes and 40 seconds, but that train left at 9 o'clock 44 minutes 20 seconds. This is a Japanese discipline. We want always to keep accuracy, punctuality, honesty, integrity, everything. So I think that this kind of even the best, this is a consciousness. You cannot see that this kind of thing, but the consciousness, the accumulation of this consciousness, even small, we can have a innovation. This is one of the evidence. The Japanese scientists got the second highest number of Nobel Prize in natural science, especially medicine, physiology. So that means the Japanese scientists always think about the profit for all. And interestingly, I checked yesterday, no Japanese have ever been awarded Nobel economic science. So Japanese have never got Nobel economics science, but always Japanese scientists get the Nobel Prize in such a natural science, physics, physiology, and medicine. This is one of the examples why what is Japanese innovation is. And last week, probably some of you have gone to ADIPEC, Abu Dhabi International Petroleum Exhibition and Conference. And one of the booths, the Japanese pavilion, demonstrates the Japanese cutting edge, the artificial intelligence, robotics. And they said that now Japanese is in the unprecedented super aging society. That means many of the senior people and shrink the market. But the artificial intelligence and robotics have already replaced manual labor and supported people's life. And we can buy this kind of robotics in the market. So this is a Japanese invention in the super aging society. And thanks to this kind of our last 20 years effort, now Japanese stock market is highest in 21 years, and the Japanese unemployment rate is lowest in more than 20 years. So we are now enjoying such kind of good innovation result. And not only that, macroeconomic statistics, we also unleash the maximum potential of the vitality of the people in society. Not only the senior people issue, but also one of the key points, one of the key concepts is empowerment of women. So we put every resource to do the pushing the innovation in Japanese government, Japanese business, and Japanese society. And I think this is the very nature of social economic innovation. And finally, I just refer some of the academic people saying Japanese innovation is sustainable innovation and or efficient innovation, not a disruptive innovation. I think some of you have read the book of the Fourth Industrial Revolution. So one of the key emphasis is disruptive innovation. And some of the page said, under the disruptive innovation, the current 50% of the occupation will be gone. So that means that we have to worry about the unemployment rate. But the Japanese style is sustainable innovation, efficient innovation. And I also show one of the examples. The World Intellectual Property Organization, WIPO, publish annually Global Innovation Index. And always Japan ranked the top or second in the innovation quality. So this is a Japanese, this is the something behind the Japanese innovation. And I hope you may feel something about what is innovation, what is something behind a Japanese innovation. Thank you very much.